Your 40s are the decade that decides everything. Not your 20s, when you were just figuring things out. Not your 30s, when you were building career momentum. Your 40s. This is when the gap between those who retire early and those who work forever becomes permanent. Most people don't realize it until it's too late. They wake up at 55, look at their savings, do the math, and realize they're 15 years behind. They can't afford to stop, they can't afford to slow down, and the system keeps demanding more. Today I'm going to show you exactly how your 40s determine your financial future, using two people who started at the same place, with the same salary, same age, and zero advantages. One built wealth, one will work until he's 75. Their only difference? The decisions they made in this single decade. Let me introduce you to Victor and Trevor. Victor and Trevor, the same start, two different destinies. Victor and Trevor both turned 40 in the same year. Both earned $80,000 annually. Both had modest savings, modest debt, and no family money. They were, statistically, identical. Victor decided something had to change. He wasn't getting any younger, and the thought of working into his late 60s felt like a slow surrender. So he sat down and built a system. Trevor didn't make a conscious decision, he just kept living. The raises came, the expenses rose, the house got bigger, the cars got nicer. Everything felt fine, no urgency, no alarm bells. Fast forward 15 years. Victor's 55, his investment accounts are approaching 7 figures. He's planning to retire at 60, maybe earlier. He has options, he has freedom. Trevor is also 55. He has a beautiful house, 2 nice cars, and a 401k that looks suspiciously like it did a decade ago. He's just now realizing that retiring at 65 might be optimistic, at 70 might be realistic, and the thought of slowing down feels terrifying. Same starting line, same income, same years, completely different outcomes. What happened? Let's break it down. The invisible wealth killers, lifestyle inflation, and hedonic adaptation. The first difference between Victor and Trevor wasn't their salary, it was how they responded to it. Trevor fell victim to what psychologists call hedonic adaptation. You get a raise, you upgrade your lifestyle, and within months, the new normal feels normal. The excitement fades, the stress of money remains. So you need the next raise to feel any progress. Trevor didn't see it happening. Each raise felt justified. He deserved it. He worked hard, but every dollar of new income was immediately absorbed by new expenses. Bigger mortgage, nicer car, more dining out. His lifestyle permanently chased his income. Victor did something different. When his first raise came, he pretended it didn't exist. He redirected the entire amount into a separate investment account before he ever saw it in his checking account. His lifestyle stayed exactly where it was. This one decision, freezing your lifestyle while your income grows, creates a gap between what you earn and what you spend. And that gap is where wealth is built. Victor understood something Trevor didn't. You don't get wealthy from what you earn. You get wealthy from what you keep. The compound interest timeline. Why starting at 40 changes everything. Here's where the gap becomes exponential. When Victor was 40, he started investing $1,000 a month. Not an impossible number. With his lifestyle frozen, it was actually manageable. He put it into a simple portfolio of index funds and let it ride. Trevor, meanwhile, was spending that $1,000. The nicer car, the upgraded vacations, the new furniture. None of it felt extravagant. It just felt like normal life. Now let's look at the math. From age 40 to 60, 20 years, Victor's $1,000 a month, invested with a modest 7% average return, grows to over $500,000. That's just his contributions. That doesn't include the growth after 60. Trevor has nothing from that $1,000. Not because he wasted it on frivolous things, but because he let lifestyle inflation consume it. Every dollar he spent was a dollar that could have been working for him. And in the world of compound interest, a dollar invested at 40 is worth exponentially more than a dollar saved at 50. Here's the truth they don't tell you. Your 40s are the last decade where compound interest has enough time to do its magic. Start in your 40s, and you can still build serious wealth by your 60s. Wait until your 50s, and you're not investing, you're just saving. There's a difference. Asset accumulation, Victor's system versus Trevor's comfort. Victor didn't just save money, he built a system. He automated his savings so he never had to think about it. Every month, on the first day, money moved from his checking account to his investment account. Willpower wasn't required, discipline wasn't required, the system did the work. He opened a Roth IRA and maxed it out every year. He took full advantage of his employer's 401k match, free money that Trevor left on the table because he needed the cash flow. He educated himself just enough to avoid common mistakes. He didn't chase hot stocks. He didn't try to time the market. He bought broad market index funds and held them. Trevor did none of this, not because he was lazy, but because he was comfortable. The paycheck was reliable. The bills were paid. The house was nice. There was no burning platform demanding change. And that's the trap. Comfort is the enemy of wealth. When everything feels fine, there's no urgency to build a system. And before you know it, 15 years have passed and the window has closed. This video is sponsored by JoBop, a powerful way to earn consistent and residual income. If you're creating content, building a brand, or even just getting started online, monetization can feel overwhelming. That's where JoBop comes in. Their affiliate program connects you with a high-converting offer you can share with your audience and earn commissions for every successful referral. What I love about it is how simple it is. You sign up, get your custom tracking links, and start promoting a real product everyone needs. No complicated tech, just a straightforward system designed to help you earn while providing real value. Whether you're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or running a blog, this is a practical way to build an additional income stream. And the best part? You're not selling something random. You're promoting a product that everyone needs and can genuinely help people. If you've been looking for a smart way to diversify your income, this could be your move. Click the link in the description to learn more and get started. Now let's get back to the video. Your financial independence number and the 4% rule. So what was Victor actually building toward? A number. Financial independence isn't vague. It's a calculation. It's the point where your assets can replace your expenses indefinitely, without you working. The shorthand is called the 4% rule. If you have $1 million invested, you can safely withdraw $40,000 a year for the rest of your life without running out of money. That's your financial independence number. Victor calculated his. He looked at his annual expenses, which he kept frozen, and multiplied by 25. That was his target. Trevor never did this math, because if he had, he would have realized how far behind he was. And that realization is uncomfortable, so he avoided it. And avoidance, as we know, only makes things worse. Here's the powerful part. You don't need to be rich to achieve financial independence. You need your expenses low enough and your assets high enough. Victor kept his expenses under control while his assets grew. Trevor let his expenses rise with every raise. That's why one succeeded and the other didn't. What you can still do today, no matter where you're starting. Now, if you're in your 40s or beyond, you might be thinking, is it too late for me? The answer is no, but the window is closing and urgency matters. Here are the 3 steps you can take today, regardless of where you're starting. Step 1, freeze your lifestyle. Your next raise, pretend it never happened. Automate the difference into an investment account. You don't need to live like a monk, you just need to stop the upward creep. Step 2, calculate your gap. Look at your current savings rate. What would it take to invest $1,000 a month? If that's not possible, start with $500. The number matters less than the consistency. Your 40s are about building momentum. Step 3, automate everything. Remove your own decision-making from the equation. Automatic transfers to your Roth IRA. Automatic 401k contributions. Automatic investments. When you rely on willpower, you eventually fail. When you rely on systems, you eventually succeed. Victor did these 3 things. Trevor didn't. That's the only difference between them. The decade that decides. Let me leave you with this. Your 40s are not too late, but they are the last decade where compound interest works in your favor instead of against you. They are the last decade where small, consistent decisions create massive outcomes. Victor didn't do anything extraordinary. He didn't start a business. He didn't inherit money. He didn't get lucky with a stock pick. He just made a decision to build a system, and he followed it consistently for 15 years. Trevor also made a decision. He just didn't realize it. His decision was to let the system run on autopilot. The system that tells you to spend what you earn, upgrade what you have, and worry about retirement later. That's the default system, and it's designed to keep you working forever. You have a choice. It's not an easy choice. It requires saying no to things that feel normal. It requires delaying gratification when everyone around you is upgrading. It requires looking at your finances honestly, even when the truth is uncomfortable. But that choice, made consistently over this decade, determines whether you work forever or achieve financial freedom. Victor made his choice at 40. Trevor made his by default. Which one will you be? If this video helped you see your 40s differently, hit that like button and subscribe. And check the description for the JoBop link if you're ready to start building a second income stream. Now go make your decision. Your future self is waiting.